I came here to Lauterbrunnen to meet a lot of the athletes, and then it turned out when the weather turns bad, they all gonna go somewhere. And the closest big other destination besides Switzerland is Italy, and especially Mount Brento. It's been a famous base site for the last 2 decades. I haven't jumped it in over 10 years. And now we're gonna go see some friends. We'll see who are there and if we can find any potential athletes for the World Wingsuit League. When I was interviewing Tony, he kept telling me how he was knocked out of a race this summer by Noah, who's a really talented wingsuit pilot. So I knew that Noah and Roberta are going out, so I could basically hang out with both of them if I go to Italy. But the only problem was I didn't have a phone. I broke my phone just in the middle of the production, and it's already fairly difficult to get hold of base jumpers, but imagine doing that without the phone. So it went to the old-fashioned way. I went to the place where people jump and then started to ask around, and then I found the RV where Tony was staying, and then Tony gave me Roberta's number, and then I called Roberta. Hey Roberta, it's Iiro.
Hey!
Hey!
How you doing?
Never better. I'm just driving around. I'm at the Brento, and I heard Tony said you and Noah are here as well.
We just left, I know. He told me last night. I didn't know. I had no idea you were coming because I saw you were in the valley.
With dealing and chasing a lot of the wingsuiters, you have to have your plans very flexible and very open. Ciao. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye. So they're not here. Probably grab a bite to eat and then go to the Polly Kingdom. Me and Alex Polly go back a long time ago. So I knew him before he became such an amazing prodigy of wingsuit flying that he is these days. I just gave him a call, and it turned out he was in Milan with the other group of jumpers he wanted me to meet. I showed up to Alex's house, and there was a Carlos and Abraham and Zach who are all really good base jumpers. But I hadn't met them before and I haven't heard about them before. But it was great to get to know them, and they took me to this amazing hike up in the mountain. And even though I had been in Switzerland for a while, that was the the first serious proximity flying line that I got to see this summer. And as we were hiking up, the wind started to pick up, and it actually got windy enough that I wouldn't have jumped it, and other jumpers made the same call. But Zach was a little bit ahead of the group, so he had hiked already up to the mountain.
I was quite a bit ahead, so where you guys were, I stopped there and waited for half an hour and just sat and just listened to the wind and observed what it was doing. Because of the natural terrain features, the wind was funneling right over a saddle, so the wind direction's likely to stay consistent. It was a little bit gusty, but not too gusty, maybe 20 kilometers an hour of wind. So, I waited for half an hour, muscled the rest of the hike, finished it up, radioed you guys, and you guys got to the saddle just before I finished the hike. The conditions really didn't change at all, and so I felt fairly safe that I would be all right. Here we go, Puncione de Alaska. It's gonna be a solo.
Yeah, just let me know when you are all geared up and ready to jump.
It was a great feeling just lying there in the middle of the mountain range, Dolomites, and then there's suddenly you can first start hearing it, and then you wonder what is that?
First time I've ever flown in my wingsuit where the end of the wingtip was just flapping. Shortly after exit, I tried to hold the suit more firmly to maybe stop the flap, and it wasn't having that, so I just let it flap and came ripping around the corner. Yeah, a little bumpy, not ideal, but safe enough.